It's a very special place, in my opinion. Okay, you're going to see some of the old outfits of the Baiana, because right now they're very colorful, like the Cuban ones, right? But it's very made for the tourists, you know. And over there, you're going to see some of the original Baiana outfits. Okay, and why do you think they dress like that? What is your
attract the man?
Reinforced culture.
Yeah, but in Africa they don't wear like that, right? I have once a client from Ghana actually. She was researching. She was researching the ports, the two ports, Ghana port and Bahia port, and she said this is not Africa. I said no, this is Brazilian Africa.
Exaggerated, yeah.
Yeah, and also because when our brothers and sisters arrived here, they have to wear European clothes. Right? So in the 17th, 18th century, how did the European dress it? With those long cotton skirts, you know, those especially the servers, you know, the people, the workers, you know, of course not the queens, you know, not the princess, but workers. Okay, this would be a worker's clothes. But what did the Africans did when they came here? They would not just wear that, you know. So they start, you know, putting the ojas, you know, the turbans, and you're from Ghana. The necklace are very important because, you know, the necklace represents and also represents your position in that society. Okay, and each color, each different color represents a different orisha that protects you. So if you are into candomblé, I have mine, but I'm not a candomblessista. I'm not really confirmed on candomblé, but I'm very close. They call it a bian, so it's someone that's very close to the house of candomblé, but it's not confirmed. I'm not confirmed and I won't be because I think religion sometimes brings you not good feelings, you know, and so I prefer to respect the religion. I'm more attached to some of them, but I don't confirm. I'm Christian, baptized, but I didn't. No one asked me if I wanted to. I was born and they made me Christian.
Right.
Okay. Now I grown up and I decided there are some Christian beliefs that I think is very nice, especially this helping people, you know, helping people that need love, and also bring people together to listen, you know, to a voice. You know, some people lose their husband, a son. I lost my dad, and I went to church to pray for him. You know, like this is something that, you know, we move to go, and that's how we do. And so I believe in that, but I don't really confirm on that. So, but I have my necklace. I'm devoted to Oxanguian. Oxanguian is the Oxalá god. It is the one white. It's all color white, and it's the god of creation. And the Oxalá, you have an old version of Oxalá and a new version of Oxalá. Obatala, yeah, that's Obatala, how you call. And he's a warrior. Oxanguian is a warrior. Okay. Yes, and the colors of Oxanguian is white and blue. So my guide, no, minha guia, my necklace is white and blue. On Saturdays, if you want, there is a very special celebration of Candomblé. So if you want, you can book to go. It is inside the town, and what you see is there are some parts of the Candomblé celebration, you all know, you cannot see because it's just for the ones that are confirmed and are the ones that actually are part of Candomblé because of the energy. Candomblé is energy. So if you are doing a celebration, then you need everyone to be, you know, concentrate and giving the ashe, taking pictures, that's disturbed. And so they have an open ceremony. It doesn't mean that it's touristic. It's not touristic, but it's just open for everyone. And they usually celebrate with music, dance, you know, you can see some orishas in trance, dancing, and the food. Look at here, you can see a good view. This is the yacht club down here, you cannot really see, but from the boats there is the yacht club. And the funny thing, you have the yacht club and then you have the fishermen. Okay, all together. Okay, I like more the fishermen. My dream is to have one of those boats.
The yacht or the fishing boat?
Yeah, no, to do some tourism. Actually, to maybe take you guys in a few years to a boat trip with a fisherman. Why not? You know, let's go to get some fish and eat. Okay, this is a quite fancy neighborhood. It's called Ladeira da Barra. All these houses here on the left, they all have ocean view. That beautiful ocean view that is all. And we are going through Corredor da Vitória. in the beginning of the 20th century, end of 19th century, this would be one of the most richest part of Brazil. Okay, very, very big houses. Now, not only Portuguese. Okay, in the end of 19th century, beginning of 20th century, we had lots of French, British coming here. British especially to build railroads. This is the French institute. On the back they have a very nice coffee place. On Fridays and on Saturdays they have music, but it is that slow kind of music that you listen. Yes, it's more instrumental. Okay, it's jazzy, chorinho that you listened yesterday.
Is there more of that music is more?
It's more
local?
to.
Is it
it's
more
more
local
to
to this
listen.
area versus other areas?
Local, yeah, lots of locals go there to the bar.
Oh no,
there.
no, I'm just saying, just the music of the country. Is it kind of more of a slower type versus
No,
other places?
no, no. Our music here makes boom, 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 boom. You know, it's percussion, olodum, percussion, drums.
Yeah.
But sometimes we relax it. You cannot have that.
And go all the time.
Yeah. I'm also a little bit close to Buddhism, and the Buddhists saying the silence is very important. You know, to listen to yourself.
And meditate.
You know? Meditate, listen to yourself. It's quite important. It's as important as having fun. The Buddhists believe in balance. Okay, if someone does something with you, don't punch. You know, don't go like this on her, and at the same time, you don't shut. You have to make a reaction that is balanced. Okay, so don't close yourself, but at the same time, don't. So you cannot like be, you know, all the time. There is a sign here that if you are happy all the time, you're full. You cannot be happy all the time. Here it's a museum called Carlos Costa Pinto. You would need to stay 10 days in Salvador to see everything. That's a very nice museum because they have some jewelries, some black jewelries. Some ladies, they were enslaved, but at the same time they had charming, okay, and they would get lots of presents from the owners. And some of the ladies, they start working when they were settled free, especially selling food. The acarajé that you eat so much and like so much, it started like that. You know, the ladies had already that recipe brought. It was very easy because that's made with beans, like peas. You know, you break the black peas and you do a dough with onion and water and salt, and you do the dough and you just in the oil. And the Portuguese brought the dende, the palm oil from Africa to here. So we have the plantations of palm oil here. So they made the oil and they fry. So this is something very cheap, and they would sell. And when they sell it, they would buy jewelries, very nice and big ones that they would put here. You're going to see in the Baianas Memorial. So in that museum, you see some original ones. They're very, very expensive. Okay, you can also. Someone asked me for souvenirs. They sell some small balangandans. That's how we call in the street. So this is a quite nice souvenir for you because it represents, you know, the resistance of the black women. And nowadays we used to give good luck in the houses. So that's also very unique and very sophisticated at some point, but it's not so expensive. Sometimes you can buy for 40, 50 reais a small one, you know.
What is it made out of?
The very expensive ones,
From the stone, precious stones?
silver. Plate is Spanish. Silver, and the cheap one is just like metal. Okay, so that's why you have different prices. Okay, this is a square. It's called Campo Grande. So Carnival in Salvador you have in Baja. Okay, remember that I said that's where we have the trunks. Also here we have Carnival in Campo Grande. I don't know if you can see in the middle, there is a sculpture. On the top of the sculpture, can you see an Indian? Like an indigenous?
Yeah, you see the trees are in the way.
You see the trees, but it's coming. You are going to see indigenous, and he's doing like this, killing a dragon. Okay, because the independence of Brazil from Portugal was in the 7th of September, 1822. But I think the Portuguese liked Bahia a lot, so they stayed here. So actually in Bahia we had a fight for our independence, and that finished in the 2nd of July, 1823. And that Indian killing the dragon like this represents the Brazilians, the indigenous, You know, fight. That's when we started representing Brazilians as indigenous too. Killing a dragon. The dragon is the Portuguese, so they are like it's like this.
Finally, so
The
Yeah,
dragon is
over.
the Portuguese. Devour them.
And we call it caboclo. In candomblé, okay, you don't have the caboclos that much, but when you go to another religion that is very Brazilian, it's called Umbanda, you have the caboclo in the celebrations. Okay, so those are the indigenous fighting,
That
hunting.
is something that was the religion of the native people
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Brazil.
Mixed with the
Some
Africans.
African
Yes.
and
That's why you have the caboclo. That's why you have the indigenous. Okay, so this is a beautiful. I think it's our most beautiful park. It's a beautiful square. This is a very posh area around this area, as you can see. Okay, now we are going to see that popular area that I said about. You know, you can see about this. Look at the bars, how different they are. I love that bar. Actually, it's very nice. It's very cheap and it's very good. This is an area also that we have lots of Spanish here. After the Spanish War, the Civil Spanish War, lots of Galegos, people from Galicia, came here. And that's the area that they actually bought their property. So you have some Spanish living here. Yes. Remember what I said about the fort? So we saw how many forts already? 3. Right? The lighthouse is a fort. Santa Maria is a fort. And in the beginning of Porto da Barra, it's a fort. In the Ladeira da Barra, there is another fort down there that we cannot see. It's called São Pedro. And here we now have another fort here. Okay? São Pedro's fort.
built on the
Yeah, this wall is a fort.
raised.
When you want to, here in Bahia, when you are 18, you have actually to register yourself. We don't have a military just like the US has, so powerful. And it's more like your option. You can do if you want, but you have to register. Like, I'm available. Yeah, so if we had a need, we go. So this is the fort that actually the boys with 17, 18 years old, they come here to register themselves. Army is exército. So when you see exército written, it's army. Okay. I'm going to sit down a little bit so you can see. So this is the avenue that I'm talking about, the beginning of the avenue. This is the Italian house. Italian consulate is here. So you're going to pay attention on the shops. They're quite different from Rio Vermelho, from Barra. Those are more popular, cheap. Okay, for buying clothes and sneakers, towels, daily things. This street, straight ahead. Okay, this is normal life. Those people here are not tourists.
Right.
They are going back and forth because they're studying. They are going back and forth because they're working,
Shopping.
Daily living.
Taking care of business.
Yes. Okay. So when I was young, we live around 10 kilometers from here. My mom used to say, I have to go to the city. This would be the city because we didn't have banks all around the city. We didn't have, big shops all around the city. So when my mom wanted to shop, she would come to the city. That was the city. Even today, she say, eu vou pra cidade. No, I'm going to the city. So this is the city. So can you see the shops, how they are? So you see like, 10 reais for a t-shirt, furniture. You can see around, you see? You have people selling fruits on the streets. So this is the busy downtown. So only shops. Right, guys, when we get to the Memorial of Baianas, I'm going to ask Rita to make a present. She doesn't speak English, but I can translate for you, it's okay. Just for her to introduce, it's 10 o'clock. We need to be in the Afro Museum by 11, okay? So let's see, maximum 20 minutes in the museum. Okay, so we can go slowly walking, you can take pictures, All right?